Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 6-week pregnancy update. Today I am currently 7 weeks, 2 days pregnant, and I'm going to apologize for my appearance, and if you have watched my other videos, I'm sure my background looks a little familiar. I have been not feeling that great the last few days, week. The symptoms have definitely gotten a lot more intense, that's for sure, which I know is a good thing, so I'm not complaining. So as far as my 6 weeks update goes, the last week I have continued to have some brown spotting. I went to the doctor, which if you look back, I had done like a midweek update because I actually ended up going to the doctor for it because I was just like slightly concerned around when I was like 5, like the beginning of my 5th week. I had some bleeding for the first time. I freaked out, which, I mean, anybody that's experienced a miscarriage or, you know, anything like that, like as soon as you wipe and see blood, you're gonna freak out. So I pretty much had chalked that up to implantation bleeding that had just like worked its way out. That's kind of what the nurse at my doctor's office thought. And then talking to some friends that have had babies, and I have a couple friends that are pregnant right now, and like just talking to them about it, and they had all experienced something similar to that. And the fact that I didn't have any cramping or anything with it was reassuring to me. And so I just chalked it up to implantation bleeding because it did stop after a few days. But so the day actually that I turned 6 weeks pregnant, we were camping, just like at a friend's house, like just one last time before we put our camper away. And when I went to the restroom that morning, I had some brown spotting again. And mind you, when I say brown spotting, I've never had it in my underwear. Like, I've never once had an issue where I've had anything on a panty liner. I've never had anything in my underwear. It has strictly just been when I wipe, and it's not every single time. Sometimes it's just like a little bit and you can barely see it. Sometimes it's a little bit more than that, but it's only when I wipe, and it's usually not very much, and it's usually always brown or like a dark red rusty color, but that would only be like one time and then it's brown. So I still, like, I don't know, I wasn't like completely concerned, but I was a little bit, just because of my history. I was just worried, which I feel like anybody really would be. And so obviously I was Googling and researching, and a lot of the things that I read, it was either that it was completely normal, or it could be an ectopic pregnancy, or it can be an early miscarriage. So obviously I just wanted to go to the doctor to just be checked out, just to make sure that the baby was where it needed to be, that the baby was growing the way it needed to grow, and things like that. So thankfully my doctor's office was able to get me in relatively quickly. I think it was like the next day, like I called on a Monday and I went on a Tuesday. I think this was like last week. And so they did a pelvic exam, and then also did an internal ultrasound. And I can insert a picture of my ultrasound as well. So I would have been, I think, six weeks and 3 days in that ultrasound. And she said everything looked great. The baby was where it needed to be. There was a good yolk sac. We could see the heartbeat like flickering. She didn't play it though. And I don't know if it's because they were just trying to like work me in. And so she like didn't really take that long, for the appointment at all. Like I was in and out within like 30 minutes. She then had me go up to, I got blood work done. She drew my HCG again just to make sure that that was rising the way it needed to be, because I hadn't had my HCG drawn since I would have been like four weeks and a couple days, maybe not quite 5 weeks, when I had my second HCG drawn, and then that was the last one that I'd had done. And so she had me go to do blood work for that, and then had me move my first prenatal appointment back a week, because that way, you know, since I was just there for that appointment and everything was fine, that way on the ultrasound I'd be able to like see a little bit more. And so I thought that was, I mean, I wasn't upset about that. I'll be like 9 weeks and 9 weeks and 2 days, I think, on that appointment. So hopefully we'll be able to see like what actually looks like a baby, I'm hoping. I'm not really sure. And so yeah, so pretty much I have been just trying to like take it easy. I've been really tired, which is normal, obviously. The nauseousness, I've only like thrown up in collective a couple times, and it's only been because like brushing my teeth or something, like I just kind of like get a little like gagged and like worked up, and I can't like not puke then, but I hate puking, and so I'm one of those people that I'll try to like breathe through nausea as much as I possibly can so that way I don't throw up. And so I've really just been doing that the whole time. I've noticed that sometimes if I do eat, or if I try to eat throughout the day instead of just like not eating, even though I don't feel like eating, that it does help a little bit. Like it just kind of keeps it like at bay. But there's not like one specific food that makes me not want to throw up, if that makes sense. Like I feel like some people are like, all I could eat was like crackers and things like that. Like I'm not doing anything like that. Like all I'm doing is if something sounds good, because sometimes most things don't sound good, or they sound good for a second and then they don't sound good anymore. And so I've just been eating whatever sounds good at the moment. Most of the time though, in the mornings when I wake up, I cannot do anything. Like I can't even, just the thought of drinking water makes me feel like I'm gonna throw up everywhere. So eating is definitely out. So I'm not really concerned about it, but I am a little bit, because I'm worried that I'm not drinking enough, just because I feel like I try to drink as much as I can, but it's like sometimes I just can't drink without feeling sick, if that makes sense. And so I try to like drink something that like sounds good. Like if just plain water doesn't really sound good, like sometimes I'll put like Mio or something in it. But honestly, sometimes like milk sounds good to drink, and I'm not a milk drinker at all. Which I've read that like milk is hydrating, like is an okay thing to drink. But I try to like not drink too much milk. I only drink like maybe a glass a day or a glass every other day. I try to drink mainly water. I've not been drinking any caffeinated drinks really. Every once in a while I'll drink like a little mini Coke Zero, which I think is only like 75 grams of caffeine or something. I did have a Starbucks pink drink the other day, just a grande size, so I don't think there was all that much caffeine in that either. But I am trying to like not have caffeine. I don't know, like I was more of a person that like sometimes I would drink like a fountain Mountain Dew, because that would sound good, but honestly it hasn't really sounded good. So I'm glad that it hasn't, because that would suck if I was like actually craving something and then not really able to drink it. So yeah, so been doing that. I definitely am bloated like all of the time. Like I cannot like suck in, and I haven't gained any weight. Like I've been like monitoring my weight, and like up until now I was probably losing, like up until I found out I was pregnant, I was probably losing like anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds a week. But I think that one of the medicines, like I was on Wellbutrin before I found out I was pregnant. And so I think that was helping me lose weight, to be honest with you. But I haven't gained any weight. I've just stayed like where I was. So I think that the fact that I'm not losing or gaining is fine, I'm hoping. But I definitely like feel bloated. Like I almost like feel like I gained weight, but I haven't. If that makes any sense. Like my stomach is just so like, anyways, but my stomach is just so bloated like all the time. And my boobs hurt. Like the last few days I've been getting this like sharp, like a shooting type pain every once in a while. Like if I move, like if I don't have a bra on and I move too quickly, and like I don't know. Essentially I need to just wear a bra all the time, but I don't like wearing bras all the time. But I know I probably just need to like get used to it, and it would probably help with the pain that I feel. But they're definitely getting bigger. My nipples are hard all the time, so love that for me. I don't know if that's ever gonna go away. Maybe after I'm not pregnant. I'm not sure though. I mean, I know it's all part of the changing, and it's fine. I plan to breastfeed, so I'm glad that they're changing and doing what they're supposed to be doing. I have had some congestion, and I'm not sick, but my nose is like stuffed up, and I think I put this in my last It kind of started like towards the end of week 5 and then like has been here the whole time for week 6. So, you can probably hear it in my voice a little bit, like my nose is just really congested, and it's like I cough sometimes, but it's not a sick cough. I think it's just my nose is congested, and if it's like draining a little bit, but it's really not. Like I try to blow my nose and it's just like really stuffed up. So I don't really know. I think that's normal though, honestly, like from what I've read, like that can be like an early pregnancy symptom is like congestion and like feeling like you have a head cold. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I've not had no headaches, nothing like that. Just mainly like the congestion, tired, obviously, sore boobs, bloating, things like that. It's hard for me to get comfortable like at night. Like I've been like sleeping on the couch, which sometimes I don't usually sleep on the couch, but for some reason it's like the only place I can like really get comfortable. And I feel like I get up so many times to go to the bathroom that it's like it's easier for me to get off the couch and go to the bathroom and then come back to the couch and get comfortable enough to fall back asleep, if that makes sense, more than it is like in my bedroom, and obviously like I don't want to like wake my husband up either, which this week he's on vacation. He's deer hunting because we live in Indiana and it's shotgun season right now, and so he's off this whole week, and so he's getting up at like 4:30 in the morning to go hunting. And so like that's another thing too, like I don't really want to be like, I'm already getting up multiple times to go pee in the middle of the night. Like I don't really want to get woken up at 4:30 in the morning too, if that makes sense. So I've just kind of been sleeping on the couch. I think I may try to like sleep in my bed. I might try to tonight just to see like if I can get comfortable, and then if I can't, then I'll just come back to the couch because yeah, it's just a hot mess. But yeah, so I don't think there's really anything else. So like I said, so I'm 7 weeks, 2 days today. I think we might order we're going to do the sneak peek gender test that you do at home. And so I think we might order that today, because I think I actually just got a text message that they're having a $40 off sale, so, which we were already going to do it anyways, but that'd be even nicer to get more of a discount on it, because I think we're going to they have like a new pod one where you don't prick your finger, you put it on your arm to collect the blood, which is like a little bit more expensive. So I think we're going to do that one just because I want the most accurate result, and so that one is like supposed to be like there's less chance of contamination, I guess, if that makes sense, which I've like watched a couple YouTube videos, and I'm planning on like wearing gloves the whole time, like even when I go get it from the mailbox, like, and everything, just to ensure that there's no mail contamination, because if it does come back boy, my husband and my dad are going to be like over the moon ecstatic, and so I don't want it to like not be true or something, but I think it's pretty accurate. My cousin has done it with both of her pregnancies, and she's had girls both times, and it came out girl both times. So I'm like, and she did the finger prick one, so I'm like, if she did that, I mean, I think it'll be fine. And so yeah, so I plan on doing that this week, and I'm gonna film that too, like as a how-to video, and then obviously like I'm gonna film like us finding out what it is. And then we're going to do like a gender reveal type thing, like with our families, instead of like us finding out at a gender reveal, if that makes sense. So like my husband and I are going to find out. He hasn't decided if he wants me to just find out. Sorry, my ice maker's releasing ice. He hasn't decided if he wants me to just read, because they email the results to you. So he hasn't decided if he wants me to just find out and then like find a way to like tell him, or if he wants us both to read the results at the same time. But then we definitely know that we want to do something for our parents, like to find out. I haven't completely decided. Well, and we're going to do like our families too, because Thanksgiving is next week. So like all of our families will be together. So I think I'm going to do cake pops for that. And like only one of the cake pops have either blue or pink in it. And then like everybody go around like in a circle and like take the bite out of their cake pop to see what it is. I've seen it a couple times on TikTok and stuff. But I think that's what I'm gonna do for all of our families, but I haven't decided like what we're gonna do for our parents yet. We might do something a little different for them, but we haven't decided. So I will be filming that. So hopefully within like a couple days after I upload this, I will be uploading my how to like take the sneak peek test thing. And then hopefully be filming, and I'll put that up, and then I'll be filming like us finding out what the baby is, and like the announcement of what the baby is after we tell our families. So stay tuned for that. If you have also experienced, I think I posted this on my last two videos, but if you've also experienced bleeding in your first trimester and like early on, if you could leave like a comment down below, because I've tried to like watch videos and stuff on it, but like my doctor said that it's normal, but I feel like I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about spotting like that all the time. So I'm trying to figure out, like, is it for sure normal, or is it something just with me, or like what causes it, I guess, because I don't feel like it's coming from like inside my uterus or anything, because I don't have any cramping at all associated with it. So it's just very weird. So if you've also experienced this, leave a comment below. And yeah, I hope that you guys subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned for all my new videos coming up. I feel like the last few weeks have gone by so quickly, and I can't believe that I'm already like into my 7th week. Like, it's crazy. And so yeah, so make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you guys at the next one. All right, thanks guys. Bye.